We're here.
We're here,
We're
regular
ready to
girls.
Party.
We're ready to party.
We're ready to party this thing up, hoes. I'm wearing a robe and 0 undergarments, so that does mean I'm ready to party.
And I am wearing
depending
a shirt.
on what kind of party you're looking for.
Oh yes, that's a fun party. That's a party I want to show up to.
Yeah, it's like a toga party. Have you ever been to a toga party?
Oh,
do people actually do those?
They do those. I have not been to one.
Me neither.
But
I would go, and I would wear this robe.
Oh, I would go. I feel like if any party required like a floral crown, I think it wouldn't take much to get me there.
I say, you know what? I actually agree with that, but then there's part of me that just like hates the idea of going to Coachella.
I know.
And those kind of festivals, and I'm like, ugh, everyone in their damn crowns and their stupid hippie chic outfits that they want to wear for one weekend to see whoever perform. Ugh, I can't stand it.
I agree, although I will just say before we recorded, I did see some Instagram video of Busy Phillips wearing high denim jean shorts, which I was like, I need.
I just got a great pair.
With a leather fanny pack. Hello?
Yeah.
And like drinking a tequila and just like has a bandana to protect herself from dust. And I was like, can I get into the posse? Me too. I'm in.
That I like. A bandana to cover, like I did that. We went on like 4-wheelers out in the desert, and I put a bandana over my face. I've never felt cooler in my life.
Absolutely. I tried to tie a silk scarf around my throat. That sounds horrible. Around my neck. Jesus Christ. Around my neck. And I was like, no, I need a bandana. I was trying to do that like nautical look or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I do that sometimes. I haven't done that in a while. I really like bought into that trend hard for a bit.
Oh, I'm in. But where do you get the bandana? Online?
Oh, you can, just buy it. You can literally go to like a dollar store and buy a pack of bandanas. They're all the same. Just wash it once or twice because they're always really hard.
Yeah.
Just put it in the washer and tie it up and you're good. It's just a regular bandana.
Oh my God. 2 minutes in, regular girl hot tip. That's under $1.
Under a dollar, very on trend. You can tie it around your wrist. You can tie it around your head. They are so multifunctional. Sometimes I'll tie one around my head and I go to yoga and my instructor thinks I look like Axl Rose and it's awesome.
See, that's pretty cool. I wore a headband I got from Forever 21 and my instructor was just like, why? What's happening here?
Well, when you have short hair, you need to make some decisions.
Absolutely. And I'm trying not to wash it every day. Also, before I forget, a friend of mine who is a man but has long hair. Hello. Hi. He told me that he washes his hair in cold water. I started doing that. Let me tell you, changed my life.
It's supposed to make it shinier and it closes the cuticle or some shit, right?
My hair is shinier. It doesn't frizz. It's got a lot of volume and it's all just like cold water right at the end. Be brave. Get the conditioner off.
Really?
I'm telling you, Renee.
I mean, you could, depending on what kind of shower you have, you could just like try to just get your head under and leave your body out of it. Maybe.
Yeah, throw it under the sink.
Oh, yeah, of course. Do it in the sink. You know how many times I've had to wash my hair in a sink in like an arena? I've done it way more times than I care to admit. And it's always freezing cold. But you do what you got to do.
You do what you got to do. Have I also done that, but not in an arena? Was it in my mother's house in her weird kitchen that always kind of smells like sauteed onions? Yeah, it was. But I'm not going back now. It's cold water forever.
I love when you find like new life hacks and like I just bought a pure vitamin E oil from Trader Joe's that I smother all over my face. What a delight that is.
Tell me about that. What are the benefits of a vitamin E? I didn't know this.
So I think like vitamin E in general is like super healing. Like I know my mom said that she would like break open vitamin E capsules and like put them on her belly when she was pregnant and she got like no stretch marks.
Really?
Yeah, so you can like use it for like any kind of scars. I think it's just like super moisturizing as well. But I would like I usually will mostly put it on like when I go to bed, but it absorbs pretty easy. Like it doesn't stay super greasy. It's awesome. Yeah, it was just like $3 or something at Trader Joe's and it's fantastic. You can put it on your hands, you can put it on your feet, like around your cuticles and stuff. Yeah, it's really great, which I need to do because my hands, let me tell you, are in a state. Maybe I just wash my hands too much. I don't know.
I will tell you, I agree with you. I often describe my hands as car hands, in that they look like they've just worked on a car.
I think about like a driver. I'm like, what?
I
like
did
in gloves.
I did a podcast, humble brag.
Whoa!
Years
what other
ago.
podcast are you doing? Shit.
Before the birth of Regular Girls, I was on a podcast in Toronto, and it's called We're Doing It, and we went on, and we have to do an event, and they were like, we're gonna get manicures, and up to that point I had never gotten a manicure, maybe once.
What?
Because I chronically bit my nails like out of stress and stuff, so I had disgusting car hands, and so I tried not to bite my nails and like got a manicure, but that was when I realized I have the grossest hands.
So mine are also terrible, and I'm like, I get manicures all the time because my job is to hold a microphone and I talk with my hands all the time.
You need nice hands.
I always have a manicure, but right now I don't. I'm showing you. Nobody else can see them right now, but because I always have a glass of wine and decide I need to peel off my gel nail polish.
I'm the same.
So now my nails are so weak. They're so shitty. So I had to go buy one of those like hard as nails, like Sally Hansen things to try to make my nails better. I'm taking like biotin. I'm really trying to make my nails better because they look like shit. They're like paper thin. They're really bad.
I have something, I don't have it here, and we're recording now, so I'm not going to get up, but when we're done, I'm going to show you what I have, and my mother-in-law gave it to me. And
ooh, mother-in-law. Hi. Shout out to today's episode. Weddings.
Weddings is our theme. I didn't even realize. Yeah, the little connection. But my mother-in-law gave me this for Christmas, and it's changed my nails.
Really?
Yes, and it made them grow from like the CVS.
Oh, okay.
She just threw it in my stocking, but it made my nails like super like pretty, and they grew really fast and they got really strong, and it was like in a week.
Yeah, that's what I need, because even when I go in to get my nails done, they like nail shame me at my salon. They're like, your nails are too short. We can't do anything with them. You need to stop biting them. You need to stop chewing off your gels. I'm like, I don't know. It's a habit I can't break. Get off my case and just paint my nails, please.
I need to paint. I always paint my nails, but again, because I'm such like a weird, I don't get enough manicures. I buy like cheap nail polish, so Brendan will just find like a full fingernail that's fallen off of like some. He's like on the couch, and he's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "We need better lives."
It's time to upgrade.
I need to upgrade, because right now it's like when you look at your wedding ring, and we are talking about weddings again, dude.
Yes.
You're like, ew, my car hands.
Yes. So, okay, because I just got married. Actually, today's Sunday. We're recording on Sunday. Today's our 2-week anniversary. I should send my husband a message about that.
You know what? I'm super happy that I'm here to celebrate it with you, girl.
Yeah, right? Thank you to Stacey. Thank you to the Regular Girls. And thank you to Blue, who is quietly sleeping on the carpet in front of my feet.
That's so nice.
But yeah, as soon as we got married, I had to go get my nails done again immediately. And now I had a week window, and now they've gone to shit. So it is what it is.
What color are you going to get?
I usually just do nudes. I always just do like a good kind of nude. It's just easy. But I don't always do that. But that's what I have to do right now, because they're so bad that I just don't even want to draw extra attention. So nude all the way.
I like to do a red. That's why my nails are really gross right now, because I've been stressed out. And I can't do red because it'll just... Actually, my mom used to paint my nails a color to shame me.
What?
To shame me into not biting my nails. Like, oh, we're going to paint them like red. So I was like, oh, they look so bad. So then you like don't bite them. Yeah.
Can't you buy the stuff that apparently tastes really bad that's supposed to make you not bite your nails?
But then I was like, well, it's not the worst. Like, I was like, oh, I'll just fight through this.
I can overcome this.
Yeah.
You're not bigger than me in nail polish.
Yeah, I hate it. I actually remember bumping into like a friend of mine from Toronto, and he also was trying not to bite his nails, and we were just kind of, feeling really sorry for ourselves. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Read? I don't know.
Yes. You've got to find new, but even anytime, I can always sneak in a nail bite.
I know.
Anytime.
Me too.
It's a very accessible thing. It's on my hands that are attached to me all the time. I'm going to get gloves. I'm just going to wear leather gloves all the time.
Oh my God. Love that look.
What a look.
Well, before we get into our theme, do you have anything to recap? How was your week? What's going on? How are things?
I'm biting my nail. I'm literally biting my nail right now, which is why I could not just answer you. It's uneven, and it's making me insane.
Renee, leave it. Did you learn nothing?
No,
do you want car hands?
I have car hands. I am in the car hand league with you.
No, I just feel like
so what happened to me this week? Car God, I don't really feel like anything that cool happened to me. My aunt was in town, so I went out to go see her and my uncle. And I brought John with me, so he got to meet them for the first time, so that was cool. And
nice.
Once I'm done this, I'm going to go meet her for lunch, and we're going to hang out. God, anything else? Honestly, not really. I've hung out. I took Blue to the dog park, and I worked out. Oh, wait, I did start watching 13 Reasons Why.
I've heard about the show. I have not watched it.
It's not bad. It's pretty good. Yeah, like it's not. I mean, I really like Stranger Things. It's not as cool as Stranger Things, but I want to see how it all kind of evolves. So it's about like bullying. Right. It's about like the effects of bullying. It's a girl in high school commits suicide.
Jeez.
But she leaves these tapes. There's 13 tapes, A side, B side. And each one has a story about somebody in her school that gave her a hard time, which is why it ultimately led to her death.
My God, I need to watch that.
Yeah, so I'm only on like episode 6 or something, but yeah, and the more it kind of unfolds and like evolves, it like really paints a picture. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm so like, bullying is just the absolute worst, and I feel like this is a good show to kind of shine a bit of a light on it and the effects of how it goes, because a lot of the times the kids in the show, they don't really see that they were bullying this girl, whether it was something small or something big,
right,
and the effects that you have on everybody around you. So yeah, it's a pretty good show.
I can't imagine being, this is taking a real dark turn real quick, but I can't, no, just in what I'm going to say, but it's like, I can't imagine being a teen or like a young person going to school with the internet. Yeah. Which I know ages me, even though I'm like young. We just, because we're super young, missed it.
Very young. We're so young.
I can't, it's so pretty. I can't imagine, like I just can't imagine. Like I remember finding out about Facebook and thinking it was weird because like that's when you needed like the college email to get on Facebook. Remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't imagine. It's just like, I feel like I'm going to be that parent that's like, what's going on online? What are people saying?
100%. Yeah. It's, it's crazy. So like, I mean, I use social media and I get like different influxes of things. I feel like I've been able to go through and like block a lot of like the bad stuff. Yeah. But John doesn't use social media at all. So he never really has the effects of it, but he knows how horrible it is. And like, he's lucky because he doesn't do it and he can be cool enough to not do it, where I feel like I have to participate a certain amount.
Sure.
And yeah, social media, people are really mean on the internet. Not that that's a big shocking revelation, but like everyone needs to relax.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty lucky in that I'm like not popular, but I will say I do love an Instagram story, as you know. And a lot of people I come into contact now will be like, just saw you in your Instagram stories. Like some people think I'm on the edge of losing my mind. Which is great. I enjoy. But people think it's shocking that I would put myself out there looking the way I do in them, which I've gotten a couple of comments about.
Really?
Well, I have like 2 home sweaters that are gray. And I guess I'm like in a gray sweater and I'm like not all done up. And people are like, I'm surprised that you would do that. And I'm like, who cares?
See, I'm like with you on that. I feel like social media, and here's the thing with social media, you can always, like right now I have makeup on and my hair is done. I'm never like this when I'm home. I'm going out to lunch. I posted a picture on Instagram because I never just have my hair and makeup on.
Of course, and as you should.
And you can put your best foot forward and be like, oh, this is just what I look like when I'm casually at home. But like, that's not true. That's lying. So I actually think it's like important to be a regular person on the internet. It's so deceiving of how people are. But I think you're doing the right thing.
Well, thank you.
They're wrong. They're idiots and they're wrong. Screw them.
Listen, I'm doing my greatest work on there at the Stacey McG. See me sitting in a chair.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of your Instagram stories.
You.
I like them better than 90% of the ones that I follow.
Oh, thank you. You know, I had a comedy show this week and Brendan came. And people recognize Brendan from my Instagram stories. He felt like a little bit of a celebrity.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah, little known fact, he often yells at me when I film him because sometimes he's in his PJs. Anyways.
PJs, doesn't want to be filmed. Okay, that makes sense.
I love how we're talking about weddings this week. Anyways, the trials and tribulations of social media.
I know. Sorry to get into a daunting task, but that's literally all I've done this week, essentially, is watch 13 Reasons Why. So, hey, watch the show. Let me know what you think. I actually posted an Instagram, or not an Instagram story, just a video of Blue. He was like growling at me. So I posted it online yesterday, and like a bunch of people could hear in the background that I was watching 13 Reasons Why. And it got a big reaction. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I'm going to have to start watching it. I also think I'm going to dip my toe in a little Nasty Gal into the Girl Boss show.
Oh, when does that come out?
I think it's out now. No, or maybe it's in May.
I don't think it's out yet.
Oh, see,
but
I don't know.
Soon, I think. I don't know when. I just haven't seen it. I just because I went on the new releases or whatever, and I didn't see it because I'll definitely watch some of that.
Although I hope
it's good.
I mean, I'm curious about what's her name, Sophia Amoroso.
Yeah,
I'm curious what her new business is. It seems pretty vague. It's just called Girl Boss, and I don't know.
I don't know what it is. Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but and Charlize Theron produced this show.
I know. I hope that it's good. I hope that it's not like when Chelsea Handler had her scripted show. It was so bad. And I love her. She's one of my favorites.
We're big advocates. I feel like one of our themes should just be like the women we love. Because we did our crushes.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, let's do that next week or something. And we'll talk about like the women that we crush on.
Oh God, I could make a hell of a list for
my God.
That would be fantastic.
Like Charlize.
She's so cool.
And I love that she was dating Sean Penn and then was like, we're done now, and never talked to him again. Like, I think that's so incredible.
Because Sean Penn should not be dating beautiful, cool women, is the way I feel. I can't imagine he's that cool. I think he seems really creepy.
I think he's creepy, and I think he's slowly turning into a raisin, is what I think.
Looks like he puts like castor oil on his hair. Like,
absolutely.
Oh.
Also, can I just mention that from our Crushes podcast, I had a few people tweet me pictures of David Spade just going, absolutely not.
Good. You deserved that.
I know.
You deserved that.
And I am loving, by the way, the hashtag obviously RIP.
That's one of my favorite things that's happened on this show. Because I just was so unsure how to react to it. I'm like, am I allowed to laugh at this? Should I draw attention to it?
Oh, God. I loved it. And listen, I worked really hard making that GIF. So I think thanks everyone for the love on that. And the hashtag obviously RIP.
All of the love, obviously RIP. One other thing happened to me before we move on to weddings. So yesterday I was at an outlet mall.
Hello.
And I had this is delving into the too much information part of the show.
Oh,
but I had to go to the bathroom. We'll say I went pee.
You had to poo, so continue.
But here's the thing. So I had it looked like it looked bad. It looked like I peed out a lot of blood.
Oh,
and
my God.
I was very concerned about it.
This really took a turn. Oh my God, are you okay?
I thought I was dying. I thought that I was going to bleed out and this was it and I'd really up and done it. But here's what happened. I drank a really potent beet juice.
Oh, that'll do it.
I didn't know it was that intense. Oh my God, it looked like I gave birth.
Listen, I'm really glad that you brought that up.
I had to call John. I was like, I thought I just died.
That is horrifying. And would you believe that I have a similar tale? Except it's less cool and it does not involve an outlet mall.
Outlet malls are not cool, FYI.
I don't know. Do they have a Colonel's?
They don't. No, because it's not in Canada. There was no Colonel.
Wait, there's no Colonel's in the States?
No.
Oh, you guys are missing out. Sorry about it.
They're missing out so bad. I actually have told my mom before when she comes to visit, I'm like, if you don't bring Colonel's, you're not allowed in. You're going to a hotel.
I love Colonel's. Anyways, but when I was a kid, I really loved pickled beets because I didn't want any friends. So that's why I liked pickled beets so much. But I ate them so much and my mom thought I was dying. I went to the bathroom and she was like, oh my God, she's bleeding out. She's dead. She's 7 and her life is over. And then they realized all the plate of pickled beets was just destroyed by me. And they were like, did you eat the beets?
I had to do a Google image search just to be sure.
Of course.
I was like, what happened? Because I was in the bathroom and I was like, oh my God, what has happened? Like I was so alarmed and I was like, what have I done in the last bit to elicit this internal bleeding? And I was like, oh, I just chugged a beet juice. That also happened to upset my stomach because it had jalapeno in it and turmeric. It had there was so much in it. My life flashed before my eyes and I was like, I've been married for 2 weeks and now I'm dead.
Oh my God. First of all, just stop drinking beet juice, you guys. Your mouth looks weird when you do it. Your teeth get covered in it and you're just going to look like you're bleeding out.
I was so so afraid because it lasted all day. I was like, I've done it. This is it. This is how I go out. I'm going to bleed out in a fucking outlet mall. And that's it. Outside the UGG store.
Renee, it's so funny when I was like, how was your week? And you're like, I don't know. Like, it was really nice. Like, my aunt and stuff were here, and I've been married for 2 weeks. And, I went to an outlet mall, and I shit so much blood, I thought I was dying. Might have led with that one, but I was going to talk about my parking tickets, but, I mean, absolutely not. I'm not even
I thought people needed to know that because I think that's just a regular girl hot tip that if you eat a lot of beets, I had heard rumors of that, and I've eaten beets. I've had beet juice before. But this has never been the result. And it was so shocking and startling and jaw-dropping that I needed to share it with my friends on the internet.
Well, first of all, this is the regular girl hot tip. Drink a beet, hashtag obviously RIP. That's just what's going to happen.
Oh, man. Okay, so enough of this week's BS. What we're talking about this week is weddings. We've mentioned it several times and never actually started to talk about it because other things have transpired during the week.
Yeah.
I've been married for 2 weeks today. How long have you been married?
I have been married. We celebrate. We're coming up to our 2nd year anniversary in September.
So you guys have been there. Here's what you guys have been married for 2 years. Mine's very short-lived so far. It's brand new. But I feel really cool being married. Like, I really love it. It's just fun. It's fun. It feels great. I actually had one slip up yesterday at the dog park when somebody asked me about my dog's name, and I was like, oh, it's Blue. My boyfriend named him. I didn't say husband, and I was like, oh, I got to get used to it. It's like still a new thing to say husband.
I messed up for a while to the point where Brendan was like, do you just not want people to know? And I was like, no, I'm just like not aware of what's happening in my life.
Yeah. I feel like I was like making a point of it right away. Like as soon as we got married, I'm like, whoa, you're my husband. Holy
it's weird.
F.
It's still, honestly, it's still weird for me to say.
Because how often do you really say it out loud of like, oh, my husband? I would always just say his name.
You'll be surprised because if it's like you're meeting new people, like I guess because we just
which is my nightmare.
Yeah, my nightmare too. And we got married. We actually went to like a justice of the peace. We went to like what do you call it, City Hall here, and then we had a ceremony later.
Wait, you went to City Hall in LA?
We did.
Oh, I thought you guys got married in Toronto.
We did. So we got married. We for immigration, we were like, oh, we will get married at City Hall, and then we had a ceremony back in Toronto. So we because
Brendan is half American.
Yes. So we knew we were moving to the States. So which is so funny because then we had to prove our relationship, that's like a whole nother.
What did you have to do?
Oh, I have to show you this. It's so funny. We had to make like photo albums and we had to like print off emails when we first started dating and like.
No way.
Oh, and if we had like friends congratulate us on like moving in together or whatever, we had to prove moving in. We had to prove leases. Like, and we have nothing to hide. We've been together for like 6 years, like nothing. So it was so funny to kind of, and like cards, like thank God Brendan like, no one can see, but Renee can see. But behind me is like Brendan loves cards. So we actually started as a couple collecting cards. And when people give us cards, I will frame them if they're like funny and cute or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had them all. So we had to include that in our package. And it was like a dude with sunglasses on his forehead, like reading our like Christmas cards and like holiday cards.
So weird. I had heard about that before.
It's crazy.
And yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of cool. Like we went to City Hall. It was awesome. And then I had the experience of like a bigger wedding in September, like after we did that.
What was the time difference between the two?
I think it was like almost, it might have almost been like a year.
Oh, so you were actually married. Did you consider yourself actually married then?
Yeah.
More like after the actual wedding.
We're really odd in that we'll be like, we'll give cards on like the day we went to the City Hall and we're like, it's our secret wedding. We're like secret anniversary. But we've been married almost 3 years.
Like in Frasier. They have one of those in Frasier.
Yeah. So we did that.
I like Frasier.
But then we had our friend Glenn marry us. So it was like really like
Glenn McCauley?
Like, yes. And it was the best. It was the best. So he married us.
And so he married you guys in Toronto.
Yeah.
And where did you guys do it? How much? Okay, let's just break things down here. How much planning went into your wedding? Like, how
So
much
much
work did you put in? What was the stress level at, like, for your bigger one?
Well, my mother-in-law is like a godsend and was like, you know, I think, I mean, I always joked that like my wedding would be like a backyard like lined with like coolers of beer and like pretty low key. But she was really great. We got married at Berkeley Church in Toronto, which is this old renovated church, and it's from like the 1800s, and it's like gorgeous. And like, so we got married in front of like this stained glass and stuff. It was really pretty. And so we had to do like flowers and like centerpieces and choosing food.
Oh my gosh, what colors did you pick?
Oh, I was plain. I was really no nonsense to the point of like I should have caused some nonsense. Yeah. But I was like white hydrangeas, which was funny because our friend Gary, who owns Comedy Bar in Toronto, he was just like, one day I couldn't do a comedy show because I had to like talk about flowers and figure out flowers, if you can believe it. And he just went, white hydrangeas, you're done. And I went, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we did white hydrangeas. That was it. I wanted like wildflower.
I like that Gary knew that.
Yeah. Well, it's like the most obvious. Like when you look on Pinterest, it's all white hydrangeas.
Okay.
So I did white hydrangeas. I did, the centerpieces were like in a bucket, like just a little bucket. Because I'm like, who cares about, when I go to a wedding, I don't care. Unless there's
also, no one really takes those home unless it's like moms. Moms might take it.
Moms might take it. And the only time I'm going to care about your centerpiece is if it's like a fishbowl filled with like candy. I will take that home.
Yeah, or actual fish that can be my pets. I'll take those home.
Then I will take it home. But other than that, I don't care.
I've actually been annoyed when I've like won the centerpiece at a table at a wedding. I'm like, I don't want it.
I didn't do that. And like, I got advice from people who had been married, and they were like, when I got married, I didn't recognize the flowers. I didn't notice anything. And truthfully, I was the same. We had these gorgeous setups, like these gorgeous flowers to like sandwich us when we were getting married. So beside us, and I didn't notice until afterwards because I was just like looking at Brendan. Like it was,
yeah, of course.
You don't notice anything. And yeah.
Okay, so for your dress, how much work went into you getting your dress?
Well, my dress, I wanted sleeves, which does not exist.
Really? I love a dress with sleeves. I'm a huge sleeves fan too. I didn't have sleeves, but I love sleeves.
I love sleeves. I remember Drew Barrymore said, I think I've said on this podcast before, I'm not a sleeve girl. And I was like, me too. Don't care to be like sleeveless. That's impossible to find. It's impossible. And also, wedding dresses are so freaking expensive, and I don't have any money. So, well, I have some to live, but not to like spend. And I ended up working at a bridal salon. And the dresses are
that
crazy.
Was smart. You did that to get your wedding dress?
No. I ended up working at the salon for a little bit from the place where I got my wedding dress because it was reasonably priced. But I found my dress. It was the first one I tried on. It might have been like the second or third. I was like, I can see myself wearing like costume jewelry and like a big cocktail ring and like drinking wine in this. Done, sold.
Yeah.
And then just had to go. Then I had to get it tailored, and it was such a thing. You have to keep going back, and it costs so much, and it's a big nightmare.
Yeah, like it seems like, so the whole wedding dress idea, I went super casual on mine because, so we got married just in our backyard. It was just the two of us.
So nice.
We were going to bed on Saturday and he had the ring and we decided to do it right then. So it was actually like 1:00 in the morning because we live in Las Vegas, so we could have, someone came to our house and married us in the backyard. So we had to wake up a friend of ours to come be the witness for it. And yeah, it was so perfect because it was just us. It was so low key. We had the song that we wanted, and then another random song that we didn't mean to put on played. That made it really funny. But we were like, it's like the flowers. I didn't even really pay attention because we were so in our own world of getting this done. And it was so cool. But anyway, so I had this white dress that I had held on to for a little while. A friend of mine, her name, she goes by Megan Fabulous. She's like a designer out in LA. She sends me stuff all the time. It was this really beautiful, like white, flowy maxi dress that had these like embroidered flowers on it, like just like big
so pretty
flowers kind of hanging off of it. So it felt cool. And then I just wore like my glittery Docs, which I know you told me I should wear a high heel, but I really wanted to wear my glittery Docs.
And you did it.
I actually thought about putting on heels, and I was like, nope, it's not me. I'm putting on my Docs. It felt right.
You got to do you.
Yeah,
that's just what
I did
you
me.
got to do. It's the best.
And we actually happened to have a bottle of champagne left over because we had been on vacation, or we went on like a little trip out to Zion, and we brought the champagne because we were like, oh my God, we're taking vacation. But then we never actually opened it. So it was perfect that we actually had champagne to pop after.
It's so great.
But so when it comes to the dresses though, so my dress was casual, cool. I knew that I wanted to wear it. It was one that I just had in my closet.
Amazing.
But I had debated because I knew that we were going to get married just kind of like on a whim the way that we had. So I wanted to be ready for when this was going to go down.
Right.
So I actually had another dress that I decided not to wear because it's not even it's not a super formal dress, but it felt formal for how we did this.
Right.
And it was one that I got off of ASOS for like under $200.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're listening to this and you're about to get married, like ASOS is amazing. I think ModCloth. I was going to buy a dress off ModCloth for like $300.
They've got I don't really know a lot about weddings, which is funny because my mom's been married 3 times and divorced 3 times. But I don't. But I don't really know that much about them. But it's funny that we just got married, and I guess is this wedding season?
It is.
Okay, because I keep getting email updates from like Guild has a thing with wedding dresses going on, and then ASOS just started plugging their stuff right now.
Yeah.
Another place that has some really cool dresses is Stone Cold Fox. Theirs can get a little bit expensive, but not all of them are mega expensive. It depends. They have a bit of a variety, but theirs are really cool and like a little bit different. I also had kind of debated doing like a jumpsuit or like
See,
pants.
That's sick. Like I love that. Like, remember when Solange got married and she wore that, like, cape with this, like...
How cool.
It's so cool. Like,
You've got to be really cool to do pants for your wedding.
And I think, like we both did a sort of, city hall. Like, if I were to ever redo, like, if we were like, we have to go, oh, no, the license was fake. We have to do it again. I would be like, I'm doing a cream-ass pantsuit. Look out, high-waisted pants, silk top, get out of my way. This is what's happening. My mom
high neck. Oh, yes.
My mom got married with a huge 80s hat, like a massive, like,
oh my gosh,
side,
good for her.
To the jaunty hat to the side with like a huge curled braid and like long pink 80s nails.
Yes.
Yeah, she made me put on the hat. And I was like, this is obviously not happening at all.
Did you wear a veil?
Yes. Here's the thing. I wasn't going to wear a veil. Like, again, I was being so no nonsense that it was probably very annoying to people because I was like, who cares? But in the last minute, I decided to get a veil, and I got a long veil that's not cathedral length, but was like the second, like long veil. Because I kind of had like Victorian hair. I'll post a picture of it. But yeah, I was like kind of like, I don't know. I looked old timey. And so I tucked it in the back. Someone stole my veil.
No, they did not.
They did. I wore it once.
Somebody at your wedding stole your veil.
Well, I don't know if they stole it or someone who worked there threw it out by accident or what happened.
I hope it's that. If somebody that you knew took it, that's so twisted.
But it's like, what do you want, Tool? Like, what? I was going to donate it because Toronto actually, if you're a Canadian listening, but also American, there's so many like... there was like this, like people who donate like their dresses and their veils, and you can get like discount veils, and all the money went to charity. Yeah, so I was going to donate my veil.
Yeah,
but because I walked down the aisle with it, I didn't even get photos taken in it because
oh my gosh,
Brendan and I took photos first. This is like the real like you take your first reveal photos. So I wanted something special for when I walked down the aisle. So he had like a little like pizzazz. So it was this kind of big veil, and it was kind of heavy. And then
so he saw you before you walked down the aisle.
He did.
Is what you mean?
Because
okay,
we did first reveal photos, which is like if you're not getting married and you don't know what that is. Essentially, you get all ready, and then we had our photos taken at our house in Toronto, in front of our house in Toronto, with all of our friends.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that.
Because our next door neighbors are our friends, and their next door neighbors is our dear friend Vince, who's in our wedding party. And so in between Vince and us was his Italian cousins and best friends.
Oh my God, I love that. Oh, I just want to point out, I don't know if people can hear this or not, but Blue is snoring very loudly in the background.
Oh, really?
So if you hear it, that's all it is. Blue's snoring.
Oh, what a gift. Yeah, so we were like, we want our photos to be super relaxed. We had to take engagement photos. That's like a whole nother podcast.
Yeah. We skipped over all that stuff.
Dude,
we just
so
got
much.
right to it. I have about 10 pictures on my phone.
That's all you need. I have still not printed off some there's some photos I love, and I have not printed them off yet. So our first reveal was in front of our house. So like those photos are so sentimental and lovely. And when I walk down the stairs, there's Brendan in his like really nice suit. His back is to me because I'm supposed to like tap him on the shoulder and go like surprise. But as I'm walking down the steps, I see a Band-Aid and there's photos of it because she's just taking chronic photos. And I'm going, oh my God, there's a Band-Aid. And Brendan was like, you're ruining this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Our photos are ridiculous.
Part of me wishes that I had more pictures. Like initially, that's how I thought that we would do like an Elvis wedding,
which is great
because that's what we thought. Well, I really wanted to do an Elvis wedding because we're in Vegas, and why not just do the full Vegas wedding?
Yeah.
But apparently, not all Vegas chapels are 24 hours. In fact, like none of them are. They close at like 11, especially if you want to book like an Elvis for it. So that didn't happen. But yeah, I wish that we had a couple more pictures. But also like ours was so no fuss.
But that's great.
Like it was so mellow and so cool. Yeah, I mean, it was so perfect. I couldn't have imagined it to be any more perfect because it was just us.
Right.
Blue was there. We had to give him
nice.
an ice cream so that he wouldn't hump people. By people, I mean the guy that came to marry us.
I get it.
But yeah, it was so but no fuss and great.
I feel like having experience on both of those sides, it's like we were adamant.
Yeah, you're lucky. You got to do both.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I will say that like there's always, when you're doing a bigger wedding, like I love that you guys just did it together because doing a bigger wedding, there's always drama. Like my older brother was late, so he's not in the family photo, which is like, you kind of get mad, but then like, yeah. I just made the decision on that day to like not give a shit about truly anything because it really doesn't matter.
Right.
Because if I was at a wedding, like what do I actually care about? I don't really care about the food. I just care that there's some.
Oh, I care about the food.
Well,
if I'm at a wedding, I care about the food.
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, if you're at like your girlfriend's wedding, you wouldn't be like, the night's ruined because my steak was like a little overdone. You'd be like, where's the open bar?
No. I just care that there is food. I don't care what it is. I just want there to be food.
If you don't have enough food, I'll be so upset.
Yeah, I'll be really upset.
But it's like, you don't care about any of that because it's like, you're just, so Brendan and I were like, no matter what happens, who cares, literally whatever. And truly at the end of the night, I was just wasted and we forgot to like ask someone to help us clean up, so it was like me drunk in a wedding dress cleaning up the rest of the, like taking some of the, we had to go back the next morning, but like taking as much as we could into an Uber because I didn't even think about how we were going to get home. And so the guy goes, where are you coming from? And I was like, a wedding. And he goes, whose wedding? And I was like, mine, sir. Like just drunk in a wedding dress. When we were getting our photos done, we had to go to, after we did our like solo photos, the photographer was like, or no, our groomsmen and bridesmaids were like, how are we getting there? Like, that's how no nonsense I was. I was like, I don't know. And I said, order some Ubers. Like, I did not have anything. So plan ahead, maybe. That's a tip.
Yeah. So I've like one of my good friends, her wedding was in Toronto. I forget what the building's actually called, but it's kind of like where Medieval Times is.
The best. Oh, Exhibition Place.
Yeah, there's like a cool spot in there that they got married in. And she walked down the aisle to that like Hawaiian version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It was really pretty and cool. And she like walked down with her dad. But nice. They had like their ceremony and it was really pretty. And then like immediately after, like they all kind of like swept off to go take their photos. And then like this like curtain dropped and there was a really cool cocktail hour.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then like beyond that, then they had like a piano player that was there like during dinner. And like it was a really, really nice, beautiful, like it was a pretty big wedding. And then, like, I've been to a destination wedding, too, where, like, my cousin got married destination wedding.
Okay.
And it was actually really nice. I always kind of had, like, a weird feeling of what I would imagine a destination wedding to be. I picture, like, strangers watching and, like, which I think it can be like that. But hers was cool because it was in Mexico. I can't remember what part of Mexico we were in, but we were all stayed at a resort. And then we had to take a boat to a separate island, and there was like tiki torches all set up and stuff. It was really cool. Yeah, it was really. But however, we all left late to get over to the other island, So the boat had to drive faster than it should have, and we all got motion sick, and no one ate dinner.
Oh no!
Because we all got so motion sick on the boat that we were afraid to eat and then get back on the boat and then puke our guts out on the way back. That was the only bad part.
Ooh, see, my thing with the destination, because here's the thing about weddings that I am adamant about. No one really wants to be a part of it. Like, your friends will obviously be a part of your wedding.
Yeah.
But no one wants to be, because no one wants to spend money on something that has nothing to do with them.
100%.
Like,
and that's like, I guess that's a good thing about a destination wedding is you can kind of cut the fat and you can like invite people and whoever needs to be there will be there.
But you need to understand as if you're doing a destination wedding, you have to realize like some people just are not going to go, and you have to be cool with that.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's expensive.
It is expensive. It's expensive, and you're asking people to take vacation time. And I don't know other people's vacation time deal, but like, for someone to take time off work, like that's a big deal.
It is. And like when I got married, my bridesmaids and bridesmen, because I had two of my best guy pals in my wedding party.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
They just wore a suit, but I told them, like, Brendan was like, if you have a black suit, wear it. Whatever it is, we don't care. And for my bridesmaids, I was like, I just kind of want like a sassy, like, you know, New Year's Eve sort of dress. But I was like, you can pay $20, you can pay $200. I don't care what it is. Yeah. And just buy whatever. And even then it's like, I still feel bad because it's like, they still got to go buy something. Yeah,
it's tough. I was in, I've been in, I guess I've been in like 2 weddings. I hope I'm not missing one. But one of my girlfriends got married and I had to like MC her wedding as well, which was fun because I got to MC it with her brother and like we just kind of got to mess around. But my other girlfriend, she had a very huge, she's Italian, her husband's Portuguese. So they had this giant wedding. There's a church on at King and Bathurst. It's like right around there that they got married in. And it was so pretty and it was so like she did not mess around. She treated her wedding like how most women, I think, essentially treat their wedding when they want it to be this big thing that they plan and they time everything out and it's a whole huge ordeal, which was cool, I guess. But it was like the whole ceremony part of it was super, super long that by the end of it, I was like, I need to eat and get out of here. But then we had to go take pictures. It can be a real, weddings are a big ordeal.
They're a huge ordeal. I remember the first time Brendan's 2 university friends were getting married a day apart from each other, like one Friday, one Saturday.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And we were like, fresh. We had just started dating. And so I got 2 dresses. One is when I worked at Second City, was like a performance dress. And so I shared a locker with a couple other actors. And I remember taking it out of the locker, forgetting and having to drive there to get it. And then it was a super, super, super Catholic wedding, super Catholic. And I'm sitting there and I don't know, what's the ceremony length? It's got to be the Italian.
It's 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's so
really
long. So we're sitting there and these people are we're praying and all this stuff. And I feel like I smell, I stink. And I'm like, what is this?
Actor stress sweat.
I was like, is it? No. So Brendan smells me. He's like, you reek. He's like, what is that? It was weed. It was weed. So we're navigating.
That's awesome.
We're navigating what it can be in this very uptight church. And
that's fantastic.
Yes, but I was
whoops-a-daisy.
Yeah, but I was covered. It was just not. It was just not a good look. But then I had to go from that because they didn't do first reveal stuff, so it was a very traditional. He saw her for the first time. Yeah. Now they have to go do 2 hours of photos, and you got to kill.
Yeah,
time.
That's what we did. Yeah, it was really annoying. Intense.
So I had to go hand wash my. I had to go hand wash my dress in the hotel sink and dry it off with
You couldn't have just
dryer.
Febrezed it or something?
There wasn't any Febreze. I was we could have driven around, I guess. But we didn't have a car then. Yeah, it was such a I was like, I smell like weed at this wedding. This is ridiculous.
That's awesome.
What a mistake. But I will say, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't even know what were our to-dos, our do's and don'ts before I forgot.
I mean, for me, I feel like for me, mine was so casual and so here's my do is do what you want.
Oh, yes.
I feel like a lot of times everyone makes it about everyone else. And granted, I know everybody's family situations are different and our families were so cool about it.
That's great.
Everyone's just like happy that that we did it, and we were not. Which is funny because I feel like when people found out that we got married, a lot of people were like, "Oh, like how did your families react?" Like as if they would have been mad that we got married without anyone there. But no, that was like not the case at all. But I feel like it's like any big event. And sometimes I get like this. And if I had got married in a big environment and tried to make everything perfect, I would have hated it. I would have been a bitch all day. I get like that. Like when I like doing holidays and stuff at our house. I love cooking for everybody. I love putting the stuff together.
Right.
But then I get super wound up. I get super uptight about things, and I will end up snapping on somebody during the day. And I take the fun out of it. Mostly for myself.
Right.
So you need to find a way to be able to enjoy it. And like how you said that you just kind of accepted however the day was going to go and just kind of roll with it.
Let me tell you, like my day was not perfect. Like my parents were running really late. Like there wasn't like a first reveal with my dad. Like he had to go. Like, and it's just like, it's one day and you're presumably going to be married forever. And it's like, just remember, like you're there to like get married to your person. And it's like, working at a bridal salon, I didn't work there very long, but it was like seeing these like women like kind of cower to like what their mom wanted or their dad wanted or their friend.
Like, I've watched like Say Yes to the Dress and like families are approving somebody's dress. Like it's so intense.
And I get it. Maybe they're helping you pay for it. Like I absolutely get it. But my recommendation is go try on a dress or go order a dress. Like, and don't like tell anyone, like just really do your own thing. And then if you like it, you go back, you bring your girlfriends, then they get on board. Then you bring your mom. Like don't let them dictate what your day is. Cause then it's a 100%. Nightmare. Yeah.
That sounds like just like too intense. I think just finding a way to enjoy the day and enjoy the moment because like you said, presumably it's a one-time deal and you need to be able to like enjoy that for what it is. Like I look back at ours, I think almost because like we just did it. It's
great.
That turned out to be so perfect. There's not a single thing about it that I would change. Like it was so great.
And it's like that's how it should be. Like we've had friends who have like eloped in that way and they're super happy and it's like that's what they wanted and that's great. And it's like we really just wanted our friends around. We had a small wedding. It was really great. But then it's like, you know, families, you know, it just can get tricky. So it's like, just enjoy yourself. I was very into the champagne that night. So
who is not? Give me all that champagne. I love champagne on any day. Did your dad walk you down the aisle?
He did. He did walk me down the aisle. My nephew, who was like 3 at the time, or two and a half, he ran down. He was our ring bearer, and he had like a little backpack. And he, during the rehearsal, was like super into it. And then when he was about to walk down, he was like, "I don't want to."
And we choked.
Were like, and we were like, "You're going." And then our photographer got these like delicious photos of him like not wanting to. But then Brendan was like, "Come on, Camden!" And then he started running, and the whole crowd like cheered and clapped. And then
my god,
that's when I came down the aisle
and laughed. Sorry,
that was the theme of my wedding. But I when I walked down the aisle, no one stood up.
Shut up.
In the history of
Camden
weddings,
stole your thunder.
I think with the thrill of that, and Brendan's like, well, it only takes one person to stand up, and I was like, how did no one stand up? Also, Brendan did tell me he's like, Stacey, do not leave the vows to the last minute. Like, do not leave your vows to the last minute.
That's one thing I do wish that I did. I wish we had written our vows.
Oh, you didn't write your own vows?
No, because we just did it. So we didn't even know. But I wrote him a really nice card after, and we just kind of had a conversation.
Oh, that's nice.
After that was kind of that.
And like, here's the thing. Like, we wrote our own vows. Like, Brendan's was so sweet. I have them framed and like beside my bed. And then mine were in a joke book. And I told my bridesmaids as I was leaving to the church, can you grab my book? It has my vows in it. And they were looking everywhere and couldn't find it because all that was written in the book was the word vows underlined. So it wasn't until the church that I wrote my vows. So Brendan has like my vows framed on his side of the bed, but behind them is like jokes from stand up.
That's awesome. I love that. That's actually perfect.
And there's photos of me like downing champagne and like writing my vows. But like, and then there's like, you're supposed to give each other a gift. And like I baked him a Dunkin', like a Heinz cake that just said this forever. And like he gave me like hydrangeas So it was like that would be put up near the stained glass. So it was like the first flowers I saw. But some people get like
pretty.
But some people get like necklaces and stuff.
Some
like,
people go all in.
It's too much.
We did not follow one single traditional rule except for like the kiss and the saying like, I think we said I do.
But that's great.
I don't even know if they were phrased that way. It was like we agreed to be married. But yeah, we didn't have any traditions. Like I didn't do the something new, something blue, something borrowed.
Who
I
cares?
didn't do any of that stuff. And a part of me thought before that I would have maybe done some of those things just in like subtle kind of cute ways of like blue nail polish or something like that. But yeah, we didn't do any traditions. And then, like, even when I thought about getting him, like, a gift after, he's just so hard to buy something for in general. So I was like, I'm going to write him, like, I wanted to just write him a really nice card.
But that's
and
nice.
to, like, just, like, we just had, like, a conversation. We've just been, like, in, like, married happiness.
See, that's great. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, do you want... Like someone told me when I was like planning my wedding or whatever, like, do you want the wedding or do you want the marriage? So it's like these
people get so hung up in just the wedding. Yeah.
I have seen people who have like gone to like destination weddings and made people pay like $4,000 each plus the dresses.
Oh my God.
And it's this huge thing and had drones flying around and then they don't even last a year. So it's like, you don't need to go all out to prove anything to anybody.
Absolutely.
Go to City Hall, get married, crack a Coors. Like when we got married at City Hall, we had to pay for a witness and her name was Myrna.
Oh my God, I love that.
It was the best. And like 2 women were getting married ahead of us, both in double denim, which you know I'm a fan of.
Oh God, what a dream.
I was wearing a dress I bought at Target. Brendan was wearing like a plaid shirt with a tie. We got married and then we went to Target and bought dog beds. And let me tell you, it was the best day ever.
Yes. That's the best part about it. Well, I mean, unfortunately for us, we got married, which was technically on Sunday, and then John had to leave to go
I couldn't believe.
So I know, because I messaged him like, hey, you want to do a podcast? And you're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm actually home alone right now.
Like, get out of here. You're crazy.
But then like once that we've been able to like, I mean, we're always on the road. We're always kind of going, and that's just how our lifestyle is, and it's totally fine. But yeah, it's like, it's nice to be home and just be like, we just both keep pounding fists to put our rings together.
You nerds.
We're total nerds because we both went and got our tattoos. We tattooed I have an actual ring, but then we both got tattoos as well. So we just keep kind of like Power Rangering our tattoos together like
nerds.
Total losers. Yeah, total nerds.
I love it though. But that's the thing. It's like, I remember like when we did our bigger ceremony and like we had a photographer say to us like, just make sure you're checking in with each other throughout the day. And I was like, well, we would. Like that's just
that's just what you would do.
Yeah, and it's just so not
I think there's a lot of women that like try to like bogart the situation, and not even. I mean, sometimes there's men that are so into planning things and are so uptight about it.
I have met a groomzilla. Yes, they exist.
Yeah, like it definitely exists. But it's just chill out, enjoy the day, enjoy your husband or your wife, like just enjoy becoming family together, and that's a cool thing, like. That's my family now. It's really a cool thing. Like I love that. I think it's like just the best.
Oh, I love my mother-in-law. I talk to her on the phone. I love my sister-in-law. As you know, I buy her crystals. I care about her.
Yes. Crystal her up.
But it's just so funny. Like what I love is like going to Brendan's house and like his dad and just being like, "Hey, Gary," I love it. I think it's awesome.
It's so fun.
And they're so wonderful. But it's like, and it's so great. My nephew is like, "Hi, Uncle Brendan." Like, it's like so nice to have that family.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, even when we went to go meet my aunt and uncle, and my aunt's like, "What? Like, is he my nephew-in-law now?" Like, you like get to meet more people, and your family expands, and it's just such a cool thing.
Although I will say, like, the second I got married, everyone aged me to a point that makes me sad.
I feel like people. So what's annoying to me is since I've been married, anytime I've gone to buy like wine or something, and I have on like no makeup and like my sweats on, and I like give them my card, but they always ID me. I'm like, I'm a married woman. Can't you see this? I'm obviously old enough to buy this wine. I'm married.
Isn't it nice to have a youthful face? Thank you, vitamin E.
Yeah, thank you, Trader Joe's vitamin E.
No,
bam.
It's yeah. I mean, people but it is funny being married because I mean, you guys do have your lives together in a way, but it's like it's so funny where Brendan and I still feel like two college idiots. Like,
well, so do we though. I mean, we do feel like that. Like we always still feel like we're like kind of like irresponsible kids.
Yeah, and it's weird when it's like you're wearing a ring and you know people are like, oh, you're married, so you must like have a retirement fund and know where a good hospital is.
Totally. You know what's funny is I actually thought that. I was like, we need to get a family doctor. We need to go to the dentist. I like felt like I needed to like really rein in. The other night I was like, we were at home and I wanted to cook dinner because we order in all the time because we're usually only home together for a couple of days. So we always order in or we'll go out or whatever. And I'm like, no. I am cooking for my family. We're eating some vegetables. Like I felt like the need to provide a well-balanced meal.
Well, it's interesting because I remember asking a friend of mine who got married, and I was like, "Well, does it feel different?" And they said it. I can't remember who it was. I wish I could remember, but they said the only thing that's changed is the idea or the notion that their spouse will die. Like,
oh my God.
No, but it was like,
which
this
is true,
final.
because I thought I was going to bleed out yesterday. Yeah, and my first thing was like, get my emergency contact. My husband, I'm bleeding Somebody out. Alert my husband.
It's okay. Tell my husband I'm fine. It's just the beets with jalapeno. But
the best was that I texted him all of the details and got no response until like later in the day. I'm like, hello, I could have been dying.
That's hilarious.
This is important.
But it's true. It's like, you know, that's the like now you're just waiting for each other to die. But yeah,
I'm sure there's things in between. Sometimes people have children,
sure,
like,
which will happen.
You get a pool.
But
who knows?
But people now, like, you know, like people are always like, "Oh, when are you guys gonna have kids?" Like, I mean, we get it less and less, but I'm sure that'll ramp up. But I mean, it's just so funny to think, like, I guess that's the next. Yeah, that would be the next step. Is very funny to me because it's like, what? No.
Oh, because that comes back to like the irresponsibility part where I'm not, I take care of my dog, and sometimes I look and his bowl's empty and I'm like, oh my God, feed the dog.
Yes.
I'm not, no, I'm definitely not, which is funny because I always say that I'm like, I don't feel ready for that. I'm sure that time kind of like, I guess it either shows up or it doesn't. And that's fine. But
to want kids?
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I think that I do, but I think it's one of those things that like that pops up. And I'm 31. That time, the clock is ticking. It's happening,
right?
But it's like so back burner for me right now.
Too. I mean, come on, you know, absolutely not.
I want to like hang out and like make fun of my husband a little bit, you know.
Oh, hello.
No.
No. I mean, it's so strange though. It's like now we like file our taxes jointly, and now we're
God.
Like, although we don't share a bank account, and that people are like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. It just seems like too much.
You know what? It seems weird to me too. I don't know that I'm into sharing a bank account.
Yeah, and
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want him seeing the obnoxious things I spend.
Brendan would just be like, you buy a lot of bread and white powdered donuts. And I'd be like, don't look at that.
If he saw what I paid to get my hair done and stuff, he would kill me.
Oh, Brendan, yeah. I mean, yeah.
He's not listening to this podcast. It's fine. If he has, he's for sure already stopped listening.
I mean, Brendan's not listening, but he did hear me cry when I got that one bill and was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, it's. I actually feel like it's better to keep it separate. I like it. I like it separate.
I mean, again, it's like make your own rules. Like I think it's so crazy, like what you're supposed to do, and like I don't know. I kind of like when people elope too. It's
Me
like,
too.
Good. Go on a nice honeymoon.
I love. Oh yeah, wait. Did you guys do a honeymoon?
Of course we did.
Okay, what did you do? Oh yes, you had the one-piece bathing suit, the cool hat, right?
Yes.
The high-waisted bathing suit. What was it?
Yeah, it was a high-waisted bathing suit with like cats eating cupcakes. Because ooh la la, look out. Yeah, but we took months. It took months for us to go on our honeymoon, like months.
Which is fine, right?
Oh my God, whatever. It's like, you
know.
I mean, Brendan and I like.
I actually feel like that kind of helps to extend the newly marriedness feeling, right?
Yeah, totally. I think so. And it's like we also just couldn't find the time and like Who cares?
Right.
Again, we felt, but then it's like, excuse me, we felt that like Pinterest, Instagram pressure of like, are we not doing this right? And we had to like kind of stop and just go, who cares? No one cares.
Off.
No one's thinking about us, and we're not thinking about them. So
no,
you know,
the internet's all fake. I had on a lot of makeup in the picture I posted today. It's all fake.
Do you have any? Yeah. Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just like, I do want to definitely take a honeymoon or go on a honeymoon, but I don't know where or when or what. I have no idea.
Are you guys gonna go to like? Are you gonna go to like Bora Bora with like?
No, 100% no. Which would be cool. I actually threw out the idea of doing Hawaii or something, and it was like met with like a glare. I was like, what? It's Hawaii. Why not?
You have to go to this place I went to.
We don't know our schedule. We don't know what kind of time we'd be able to get. So who knows? We'll deal with it when we deal with it. But it won't be for a while or like a couple months.
Listen, if your hubby needs someone to cover him, I have a great idea for a character that I think it needs its little time in the spotlight.
Is it you or Brendan?
It's me. I would be just a concerned mom who has a big purse full of snacks that include raisins and dried mango.
Brother.
And my moves are the absolutely not, because I don't like attitude. And I'm calling your dad. So just run it by them. Let them know that I'm ready to go.
I'll just say, like, here's the backup. Here's what I'm throwing your way. So here's the thing that I would like you to give the regular girls of your hot tips, because you had talked to me about this before, but you know some cool places for rings, right?
Yes. Cool places.
Do you know the names of them? I feel like you had told me before that you knew some cool ring places.
Yes.
Because I feel like I don't even know where you would start to go buy a ring, to be completely honest.
Yes.
I mean, obviously there's jewelry stores, duh. But if there's like off the beaten path, like I know there's like some really cool ones on Etsy of like cool like artist designers. You can like use them.
Totally. So I will recommend a couple of things. So I got my wedding dress, which I love obviously because I wore it, but it's super affordable and like they have awesome styles, and it's called Saja, Saja Wedding. You can find them on Instagram. They're the best. And then Hush Commotion is an amazing like artisan. Like I got my belt from her. Like I wore a belt because girl, I gotta show that waist.
Cinch it.
I had to remind people I had one. Hush Commotion, they're amazing, and they have like accessories, and they're super affordable, like super, super affordable, which is amazing.
Awesome. That's the best.
I know, because I'm all about that. And like Brent, so my engagement ring and band are vintage, like antique, that we went to an antique store. Which, like, go to those. You can get great deals. I love them. I'm like the budget bride, but
listen, spending a bunch of money on a wedding is obnoxious.
It is.
Don't like
stop.
It's too much.
Everyone needs to stop.
Everyone needs to push the brakes a little bit. Like, relax.
My wedding dress hangs in my closet, and it's like it was gorgeous and lovely, but I'm bummed that I can't wear it again. You can wear your dress again, and that's amazing. Wear mine again,
yeah.
So amazing places for jewelry, Fox and Bond. I'll link this all too in the description. But they're on Instagram. That's the one I showed you. They're like vintagey and lovely. And what's the other one I was showing you? Cassidy Vintage. That's another one on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
These are all like, but if you like the vintagey, like I like the kind of found. I like things to have a little bit of a story.
Oh, 100%.
And your ring's so unique too. It's like
I
so
love
nice.
my ring. Yeah, he did such a good job. I had sent him like one idea, which I didn't even think he had looked at. But yeah, he really nailed it. He did I'm obsessed with my ring. I love it, and I love that he picked it because I wanted to kind of help pick, because I just wasn't sure what he was going to get.
You got it. You got
to
like.
I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad that he didn't let me. And he says that to me now. He's like, aren't you glad that you just let me kind of do it and that it worked out perfect? And it is. I actually had a girlfriend of mine mention that to me before too. She's like, she felt like, I think she said that she helped pick out her ring. So then she was more nitpicky about it afterwards, because she's like, oh, I kind of wish that I had done this, or I wish I had chosen something like this, as opposed to just like appreciating something that he picks for you or she picks for you, whatever floats your boat.
Absolutely. I mean, like, for what it's worth, like Brendan found his wedding band for like, I think like $200 at a vintage store, and he loves it. And then like when I got married at City Hall, I had like, I still wear it now, but it's like a cheapy little rose gold band. It's like so lovely and wonderful. It's like, just who cares?
It's nice to just like, I feel like so mmany times, especially with weddings or life in general, it's about like kind of like one-upmanship or like showing people how cool you can be and whatever. And like, it shouldn't be about that. But I do understand that like, if it's like, if you don't get to like enjoy those moments as much, or like you want to like have a big party, yeah, for sure you want to like make it a big party and make it cool. That just wasn't what I wanted to do at that time.
Oh no. And like, and also, don't play the YMCA.
Do not ever. Never, ever, ever. I do think music is key though. That was one of the things that I was super adamant that I was like, so long as this one song plays, that was like the main thing that I really wanted like a certain song to play, but that was it. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of
and so yeah, back on, so ASOS is fantastic
That's
for
great.
all things wedding. They actually have a bridal section on ASOS, so you don't have to do that. You can like just click on their like bridal section. Stone Cold Fox is really cool. They've got a section of theirs called Stone Cold Bride.
ModCloth is good.
ModCloth.
But I don't know
Free People is good. It's a little hit and miss that like some of their stuff can be really expensive. Some of it's not at all. But you can refine on their page for like just like white dresses and stuff. I don't know if they have an actual bridal section or not. I can't remember. But they've got really cute accessories and stuff too.
Anthropologie has a wedding section called Beholden, BHLDN.
Oh.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like, don't knock an online purchase because here's truthfully, even if you're going to like David's Bridal or like a boutique, like you're going to have to get it tailored.
Yeah.
And it's really not that scary to get it tailored. I mean, I think my tailoring was like $200, but again, like they had to, because my dress was like super thin, they had to like, and just spoiler alert, before I even got married, I ripped a hole through the back of my dress because it was so fine. It was like chiffon, and my gold, like I just got these little tiny, like the gold heels just went right through the back. Did I care?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't care. You couldn't see it. All this organza was like this thin.
So it was fine.
It was fine. And
then put on some flat docks because they ain't going through shit.
Yeah.
And you can walk really fast. You can party. You can be light on your feet.
I just love how I'm like, don't spend any money and be cool. Go on ASOS. And then, instead of a cake, because you're never going to eat that cake. My friend never ate his cake.
We didn't even have a cake. No, we didn't have a cake.
We had one of my best friends make us pies, and then we ate those the day
after. That was
the
one thing I said to him when we got back, that I was like, let's go have pie or something. And then we were going to eat ice cream sandwiches, but we never did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, this was such a nice episode. I'm just like, I got all the feels. I hope people who are getting married find this useful, and people who aren't just enjoyed. It was so fun.
Marriage is a really nice thing. It can be so cool, and when you find that perfect person and it's such a good friendship, that's the main key is finding that good person and planning your life together and shit.
And just make your day about you guys, because it's like, mason jars come and go.
They sure do.
I remember my sister-in-law when I was getting married was like, it's milk bottles now. And I was like, okay.
Whatever.
No, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, you just
everything's changing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, make it about yourself, and that'll be timeless. Like when your kids see your photos of that day, they're going to be like, this is like, so our parents.
100%.
And that's all you want.
Exactly.
So whatever that means to you, just do
that. Be authentic.
Yeah, don't make it too much, because if you're not authentic, it probably ain't going to work out.
That's true. Oh, regular girl tip.
Regular girl tip.
You know what? Dropping that.
Oh, if I'm going to a wedding and it ain't authentic, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, R.I.P.
Obviously, R.I.P. Sorry, man, but if you because you're making up for something, maybe.
Exactly.
Making up for a shortcoming, perhaps.
Listen, and if you're about to get married and it's not right, runaway bride that stuff. Don't be scared.
Yes. Oh, that's all I wanted to do after we got married, was watch movies about weddings.
Oh my God, you're such a dork. I love it.
I'm such a nerd, but you know what? It's because I didn't have really the time leading up to anticipate the wedding. I did a little bit, but I didn't get the I can watch this stuff and feel that way. I had to do it on the back end.
Oh, but that's great.
Yeah, it was nerdy, but I really enjoyed it. I just sat with a glass of wine and looked at my wedding ring and watched Kate Hudson and
I love it. I'll have to send you some wedding movie recommendations.
Oh, please do. Yeah, because they're actually hard to find that aren't really depressing.
It's true.
Most of them are bummers.
Yeah, they never work out.
No, they don't. They don't. But
we'll
I was whatever. Bride Wars has kind of a good spin, I suppose.
You could watch the top bit of Rocky.
Yes. I actually have a Rocky painting in our house.
There you go.
Rocky and Adrian, man.
Yeah,
Adrian. That's us.
All right. Well, I guess you have to do a wedding ghost, and I'm like really excited to hear this.
Well, I kind of did a wedding ghost last week.
So what do you want to do?
Well, I'll do another one. I just don't want to do the same wedding
Of
ghost.
course. Whatever you decide.
Now I'm nervous.
Honestly, you know when you watch wedding movies and then someone's like, "No, wait, don't marry him." That's what that sounded like.
I can just see the audio blip on my recording from how bad that went. So sorry, guys. I didn't know where to go with it. My apologies.
Just like a real marriage, it's not always easy, but you got to just listen to it anyways.
You just got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. Just march on and do it. Hey, tell us about your weddings. Tell us about any kind of regular girl marriage hot tips you guys have. Or maybe just give us marriage wedding advice.
But don't be rude about it or weird.
No, don't be rude about it. Be cool.
But tell us, share your wedding stuff and let us know and mention us and mention us on Twitter. No, tell us on Twitter. However you kids do it. I'm still young.
See you guys next week.
Bye.